Hello everyone, this is Dr. Pandurang Bhagwan Pandit. I'll be talking on the topic the types of Vedas under the course Indian Knowledge System, Vedic Education System. Veda Bhumi, the land of knowledge, was the name given to India before it was invaded by the various countries. So that's why understanding why this name was given to India as the land of knowledge is very very important. So let us understand what do you mean by Veda Bhumi and what do you mean by Vedas. The Vedas are ancient sacred scriptures originating in the Indian subcontinent, embodying profound spiritual and philosophical knowledge. The Vedas are composed in Sanskrit and are revered in the form of poems, symbolism, and religious significance. What is its impact on culture? The impact of Vedas extend beyond religious boundaries, shaping diverse aspects of Indian culture, music, and literature. So Vedas consist of various forms of knowledge in terms of Indian culture, music, and literature. All these forms of knowledge, which is comprises in Vedas, are divided into four types of Veda, like Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, and Atharva Veda. So in this context, we are going to learn about all the four Vedas and how their implication is there in education system, because India was also known for its education through Vedas. Let us understand about Rig Veda. What do you mean by Rig Veda? Rig Veda is one of the oldest sacred texts of ancient Indian literature composed in Vedic Sanskrit. It is the oldest sacred text which is written in Vedic Sanskrit. It is in the form of hymns and liturgical texts, reflecting the social religious life of early Vedic civilization. How was the life which Indian lived when it was a Vedic civilization? What was their social cultural life? How the religious traditions were practiced? These things are given in the Rig Vedas. The Rig Veda provides valuable insight into rituals, beliefs, and values of the Indian ancient society. So, Rig Veda tells us about what were the rituals, belief system was there, and also value system, which is very very important, which were followed during the ancient Indian society, that is Vedic civilization. Now, learning about Rig Veda and understanding Rig Veda, how it will be useful in education in today's condition. It's very important. Studying Rig Veda can enhance students' understanding of ancient Indian history, cultures, and religious practice. As we know that India was having a wide Indian history, beautiful culture, and all religious practices which were having scientific base behind it. Understanding it is very very important. It offers an opportunity for students to explore Vedic Sanskrit, contributing to preservation of ancient languages. We had various ancient languages, including Pali, Sanskrit, and many, which need to be preserved and which need to be understood and studied, and also researched upon. So this is very important. By learning Rig Veda, we will be able to understand this. Rig Veda introduces students to philosophical and spiritual wisdom of the early Vedic society, fostering broader worldview. Understanding materialistic life is not important, but having knowledge of philosophical and spiritual wisdom is very very important, which Rig Veda gives to us. So this is about Rig Veda. Let us understand the second Veda, that is Samaveda. Now, what do you mean by Samaveda? The Samaveda hymns are derived from Rig Vedas. Rig Vedas are given in terms of text with a focus on in the Samaveda with the focus of melodies and primacies of sound rather than meaning of the verses. Rig Veda gives meaning of the verses, whereas Samaveda gives melodies to that verses in the form of music. The oral tradition of transmitting Samaveda hymns from guru to students remain integral, ensuring the preservation of subtle nuances and musical quantities. As we know about Guru Shishya Parampara, Vedas have been transmitted from generation to generation through inscriptions, is the one method, through books which are written, and also one of the very important parampara, as we say, is Guru Shishya Parampara, where Vedas are transmitted from Guru to the Shishya. So these guru used to transmit all this knowledge in the form of music to the shishya, and it was understood by the shishya through the music. Beyond its musical and religious aspect, Samaveda reflects the ancient Indian philosophy and cultural practices, contributing to the understanding of early Indian civilization. So, through music, and these sacred texts were transmitted, which helped us to understand Indian philosophy, cultural practices, contributing to the understanding of early Indian civilization. Now, how Samved is important in today's education system. Incorporating Samved in educational curriculum can enrich students' understanding of ancient Indian music, spirituality, and cultural tradition. India is a country where music is being developed or music is being grown. So, understanding Indian music, Indian classical music, is very important. That understanding is given by Samaved. Teaching Samaved can help promoting the millennium old cultural heritage, fostering sense of pride, respect for the country's tradition. We know that India was known for its knowledge, for its music, but over the years we have forgotten. Preserving this Indian knowledge system through music is very very important. Studying Samved can provide students with holistic learning experiences. Today we say that education should be integrated with music, philosophies, religious tradition. It was very well told and said in the Vedic education system that it should be integrated in the teaching learning process. But over the years, with the invasion of Britishers, we have forgotten all these things. But it's time to revive and understand Vedas and how Veds can be integrated in the Indian education system. Let us understand the third important Veda, that is Yajurved. What do you mean by Yajurved? Yajurved imparts profound spiritual wisdom, guiding individual on the path of enlightenment. In the previous two Ved, we have seen what cultural tradition, knowledge of wisdom is being taught, but this wisdom is something different. It gives us the values, insight into how life should be treated by everybody. It encompasses rituals and ceremonies that signify important life event, deepen spiritual connection. All the rituals we have in the traditional system of Vedas, we had lots of rituals which were practiced, and all rituals had scientific base and scientific phenomena. Understanding those events, why it is connected, and how it deepens spiritual connection is very very important. The verses offered profound insight into existence, ethics, and societal well being, enriching philosophical understanding. It's very important that students understand ethics, they understand values, which is the base of everybody's life, and that will lead to a living of a good life. And that has to be understood. We have to understand Yajurved. Now, how Yajurved can be integrated in education system. Incorporating Yajurved teachings can promote moral and ethical values among students, fostering holistic development. We say that academic development will lead to the students to get better job. But if you want to live a good life, it's very important that a child should have holistic development. They should have moral, they should have values, they should practice ethics, and all these things are taught by Vedas. It provides a platform for understanding and appreciating ancient Indian culture and spirituality, enriching students about cultural awareness. Understanding about cultural awareness, cultural diversity is very, very important in today's education system. We as India is diverse in its culture, but it has a very important roots in Vedas, wherein the Veds tells us about how rich our culture were, how our rich our cultural traditions were. By integrating Yajurveda's principle, a comprehensive and balanced education system can be established, promoting students' overall growth. So, Yajurveda tells us about how holistic learning can be practiced, or how education system can lead to a holistic development of the child. The last Veda is called as Atharva Veda. Atharva Veda imparts profound spiritual teaching about nature of existence and the cosmos. Why we are existing in this life? What is the role of us in this society? That is very very important to be understood by every learner or every individual. It contains detailed rituals and ceremonies for various life events and spiritual practices. The text emphasizes ethical conduct, moral values, and societal responsibility. We as an individual, we live in a society where we have to follow some ethics, some morals, and we have some responsibilities towards societies. This Vedic system, which we had in previous centuries, was one of the richest system wherein people used to follow all these ethics, moral values, and societal responsibility, which we have forgotten over the years. But it is a need to revive it. And it can be revived through education only. And how it is can be done. Let us understand. Studying Atharva Veda can foster a holistic approach towards education by integrating spiritual and moral teaching. So, moral education, spiritual education should be an integral part of any education system, and that is what our National Education Policy 2020 is saying about. That is understanding our roots, that is our Vedic system. It encourages cultural appreciation and understanding of ancient Indian tradition and philosophies. The teaching can contribute to the development of ethical education and values in modern society. So, in this session, we have learned about the Ved and four types of Vedas, and how these Vedas can be integrated in our Indian education system. Through National Education Policy 2020, the Indian government has taken one step ahead of integrating Vedas into education system by introducing Indian knowledge system. Also giving more importance towards values, giving more importance towards ethics, so that holistic development of the child can take place. So let us not forget our roots. The Vedic education will always take us forward, and the name which was forgotten, the Veda Bhumi, the land of knowledge, let us take it forward and take this legacy in front. So thank you very much. For further references, you can refer the references given. Thank you.